Alright, I really don't have anything pre-planned for this. I didn't see this thing coming, so this just come right from the heart. So if it comes out awkward, I guess it just has to be what it is. I'm just going to do my best. Last night, Los Angeles Lakers were playing my 76ers, and I don't like the Lakers too much, but actually a guy that I trust with my life, that I served in the military with and Navy with, is a big Lakers fan, and my buddy Carlos, aka Chuck. We're going back and forth, but I respect this guy enough that, you know, I held in all my, you know, whatever ill will thoughts for the Lakers and the game, and yes, my Sixers ended up winning. And, you know, since we respect each other as people, as men, we're still able to be, like, you know, civil about stuff. And then, you know, at the end of the night, trying to figure out one way or another that we can visit each other this year as good friends, and just you know, go over how life has been over, I haven't seen him maybe about in a year or so. So today I was going through my regular routine on Sunday. Then I got a text from my brother where he said straight up, you know, Kobe died. And this is coming after a night where LeBron passed him. And most points. Now LeBron is number 3 on the list, Kobe is number 4. Now my brother and I have a pretty crazy sense of humor, but that's something that we actually don't joke about. So I thought there was something off about that, so I quickly Googled what I could, and found out that it was a helicopter crash that killed Kobe. And I didn't know initially how to take it. Because I know a lot of people, myself included, that have specific memories with Kobe here in Philadelphia, and then even closer. All of us that went to high school with him, myself included. I mean, I remember having lunch with a guy and playing pickup basketball games, and more specifically a memory of Kobe dunking on me one time, and you know, I made a little empty threat of saying, you know, if you ever dunk on me again, then I'll make sure that you never make it to the NBA. Now me at the time being a little 5'0" nothing, and some dude that eventually led our high school basketball team to the state championship, and then getting drafted the 13th pick from Charlotte. I mean, I remember the pep rally for it that we had at Lower Merion. And, you know, emotions started rushing over me, because this is a guy that was like 41 years old. You know, this is a guy that I've seen before, and a guy that's affected a lot of people that I know. You know, I have a good buddy of mine that was actually the point guard for that team, the starting point guard for that team. He was a year behind my brother, a year in front of my sister, and I was, you know, I was a freshman, he was a senior. And I'm not going to sit and pretend like, you know, we're best buds. You know, he had some jokes for me before that people used to say. But this is a guy that I got to see a little bit of a closer seat of a journey from a guy. I mean, the guy was drafted at 13. Nobody saw him doing what he was going to do, except for a couple of close people. You know, obviously the Lakers saw something, so they traded for him and then got some people around him, and the next thing you know, the guy is, you know, one of those top players that you have to talk about when we talk about greats, the people with that killer instinct, that mentality to do great things. It's still kind of hard. Because, you know, you think that death is reserved for old people, and for people in their 80s, 90s, or above or so, or, you know, people that lived out their lives all the way, and then that we have time. I wanted to at least present a video in respect to the Bryant family. But yeah, Kobe wasn't perfect, right? You know, he's a man, just like, and a person just like everybody else. But you know what? What's cool is, you know, all of us that remember him as number 33 on the Lower Merion Aces, you know, he went as hard as possible with the time that he had. You know, he had some time in Italy, he had some time in other places, but then he went through here, Philadelphia, or a suburb of Philadelphia, Arbor, PA, you know, balls to the wall, and went all out. Every time that I saw him playing, funny, I was actually on the wrestling team, and you know, the wrestling team always makes fun of the basketball team, but it's kind of funny when Kobe's on your team. But the guy went all out, and then he took that same mentality and took that to the NBA and did the same thing. And in that part, no matter all the imperfections that he had in other parts of his potential of his life, you know, that's an inspiration that with the time that you have, you do the best that you can with every single second and live with no regrets. I was hoping at some point, even, I don't know if it's like this YouTube stuff or anything else that I want to accomplish in life, I was hoping to have a moment with Kobe for the few interactions that I had with him while going to school with him, to be able to reflect on his inspiration on other people and what he meant to this area and to people like me. And then also to bridge that gap to also to the good friends that I've met in the military that's from California, that really appreciate everything that he brought to the Lakers and to that organization and to the community. I was hoping at some point, you know, I would have that opportunity to sit and talk with him and dive in deeper into that kind of, you know, mentality of, and that how he's encouraged other people. But now that's not possible. But there's plenty of things that could be passed on through the life that he lived. Of course, yeah, I mean, I even just passed the high school earlier today. You know, it's Kobe Bryant gym for a reason. I mean, he donated money back to the school. I remember on the track team that, you know, we had these new Adidas outfits and they were really light, and, you know, because of him. You know, I'm not going to pretend like I was that good. I wasn't, you know, in high school. We had better opportunities because of him. We had better equipment because of him. We had a different walk in our school because of him. You know, a different level of respect because of him. Because he was willing to invest in himself and make himself the best he could possibly be and elevate the people around him. There's going to be people that have plenty of good memories of Kobe. And, you know, yeah, he played for the Lakers. The Lakers are probably my least favorite team. But, you know, there's a level of respect for a guy that just plays hard no matter which team he plays for. So, you know, I just want to do my part of just saying thank you to Kobe and his family. Thank you to the Bryant family for raising a person like that pushed limits and encouraged people, many people around this world. And, you know, that legacy will live on through other people because he lived a life worth living all the way to the very, very end. And hope to see you again up there. We'll make some jokes, you know, and there's plenty of people that are even closer to you. I hope they find ways to be inspired by the way that you lived and by the way that you played the game and gave it everything that you got all the way to the last second to be the best you were designed to be. So, thank you from here, Philadelphia, from the Lower Merion Aces, from little old me. Thank you for your contribution and your inspiration in my life, and I hope others can, use the comments below to tell their Kobe stories, the encouragement to the family, and allow for this to be another reason why we have an excuse to live the way we ought to every single day, every single minute, every single second, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. So if you can, tell people how things really are, speak with people from the heart, go all out lovingly, and don't be that person on your deathbed wishing that they could do it all over again a different way. Live that way today. Let today just be a reminder, just to live the way you're supposed to.